Hi, we're Coded Again Co.
I'm Will.
I'm Cass.
And I'm Jake, and this is Choose It.
Woo! So, Choose It is an application aimed towards people who just can't decide what to eat, like my apartment. Instead of spending hours trying to pick something to make or something to order, you just pick a list that you created filled with food items that you know you like, and you hit choose random, and it will give you a random food item which you can either choose to eat or you could be like, I don't know about that, and you can pick a new one.
At its heart, Choose It relies on being able to randomly choose a food item. This means that you need to be able to create food items and lists um, in order to randomly select these food items. This random selection can be done right off of a list or off of all of the food items. Um, so each one of those, creating lists, creating food items, and especially choosing a random food item, are all key features of Choose It. After the random selection, the other key feature is statistics tracking, which is accomplished by tracking how often items are chosen and passed on. This can be viewed by an individual user. This is also something that restaurant users can view to see how often their own items are being chosen, to determine popularity of different offerings, and see what changes they should be making or could be making to their menu.
So, this is our public homepage. It's what users are immediately taken to if they aren't logged in. If you try to get into our application and you're not signed in, it will just bring you back to this page. So if we scroll down here, we can see our mission statement. It includes discussing what the functionality is for users as well as restaurateurs that would like to be part of our application. From here, let's go to login or sign up. Cool. This is our wonderful login screen, but we're going to sign up first to show the process of that. We have two different user types. We have a user and a restaurant. We're going to create a restaurant first and show that functionality. Restaurants can be any restaurant who wishes to have their menu items or themselves as a restaurant as addable items to user lists. So we're just going to create our account here. Restaurant is a two-step process so that we have more information to give to the user. Wow, that's a more secure password than I've put into our program. Oh, it's already taken. You cannot have the same username as a different user. Also, if your email is the same as a different already registered user, it will also complain about that. So we're gonna go to the next step. uh, this just includes extra information that we can show to our users. Hi, Will's wife. Uh, let's continue the process. All this information will be shown to users so they can they have any information they need in order to contact the restaurant to actually order from them. Food type can be whatever the restaurant chooses or nothing. If you click the drop down list there, yeah, you have a bunch of options to choose from. You can also pick multiple options if you so desire. Cool. And let's select two of those checkboxes and hit sign up. So, Jake, don't forget to check your passwords. So as you finish the sign up process, you're taken to your account details. As you can see, these are all of your details. You're able to change passwords. Below this, you can see restaurant statistics. As the restaurant has no food items, nothing is shown. We will show a fully fleshed out, that's not the right word, a fully filled out list a little while later in the video. For now, let's show that you can edit profile information. So, yep. Cool. And if you hit save, you might need to insert the province. Yeah, there you go. It was disabled before. If you don't have all the information, it won't let you save. So it says it was saved. If we refresh, it should keep the data. There we go. From here we can also delete a user, but we're not going to do that right now because we want to show more on this user. So now that we have our restaurant information all filled out, we can create a food item. So restaurants, unlike users, which we will show later, only have a set amount of things that they can set to. The credit cards indicate the cost of the food item, 1 being low cost, 3 being high cost. There we go. Let's edit that food item. Nice. As you can see, if the title gets too long, it will put the, is it called ellipses? Yeah, I'm doing good. It's 10 o'clock at night. We can also delete food items. Yeah. So that is the main functionality of a restaurant. We'll show you a more filled out restaurant in a bit. But for now, let's log out of here and we will show you the creation of a user. Users, just like restaurants, need a unique username and email, and their passwords have to match. And of course, we encrypt the password as soon as the user signs up and anytime they change it, or else that would be a very big security risk. So this is our account page. Just like restaurants, you're able to edit profile information. So let's just add 1 on the end of that. Yep, and save it. Users do not need to input a phone number, address, or province because it's really not necessary right now. And as you can see, on refresh, our email is saved. Users also have statistics. Right now, it's just restaurant food items in there, but later on, we will also show a filled out user statistics, which will include the total times that they've eaten in and eaten out. Let's move on to creating food items. So the list is pre-filled with all registered restaurant food items. They are free to use these as they please. And if you click on them, they are not editable. Everything is disabled. Okay, let's add a food item. There are 3 different kinds of food items. Restaurant, recipe, and other each include a different set of information. So first let's let's just show all of them first real quick. So other is a combination of restaurant and recipe. Recipes include a time amount and restaurants include a cost amount, but other food items include both. Let's start by making a restaurant food item. Required information, you do have to include a meal time, but it's very open to whatever you want to set it as. Cost is also needed for restaurant. Let's just make something cool. Yeah. Yeah. All food items can also be given a food type, but it is not necessary. So as you can see, it's added to our list right there as a restaurant. Let's create a recipe now. Recipes include key ingredients just so that when it's selected in Choose Random, you don't have to look at the recipe from the link to realize, oh, I don't have Parmesan cheese, so I can't make this recipe. You can just see right there what it is that you need. Oh. Yep. That is technically all you need for mac and cheese. Probably. And finally, let's make a other item. And you are also able to favorite food items of any type. So let's go ahead and favorite this one. Yeah. Cool. Favorited items will be brought to the front of the list. So if we click on mac and cheese, and we favorite it, and we just, we save it. As you can see, it was brought from the third to the first slot. Oh, we are also able to remove recipes. So let's remove cheese and crackers. Bye, cheese and crackers. Oh wait, no, let's actually delete, oh, yep, cool. But now we're gonna have to create another other item. Alright. So now that we have one of each type, let's go make us some lists. So you click that, and you can create 3 different kinds of lists, just like you can create 3 different kinds of food items. We're going to make one of each. There's nothing really different about the process of making a different list type, but once the list type is chosen for a list, you cannot change it. Alright, let's make a recipe now. So now that we have all our lists, we're going to edit a list. Let's pick the third. And we're going to edit it, and we're just going to favorite it. So favoriting an item should bring it to the front of our list. So if we update that and go back to our home page, as you can see, Can't Decide is now the first in our list. So now we're going to show adding food items to lists. Other lists are able to add anything. It can be a restaurant, it can be a recipe, it can be other. It doesn't matter. So let's just add one thing. And from here you can also remove food items. Yes. And they will go right back into our available to add list. Yep. So let's go back to our lists. So now we will go into our restaurant list and show that only restaurants are available to add to our restaurant list. So let's just add one for funsies. Nice. Alright, if you hit back to list, it'll bring you to our list page, which shows the restaurant food item that we just added. And the last one we're going to look at is our recipe list, which should only show us recipes. Yeah. And we only have one right now, so that's good. Nice. And now we are going to go look at our registered restaurants page. So this shows us all of our registered restaurants, any users that are listed as restaurants that sign up. As you can see, restaurant for video is at the end, which is the one we just created. We are able to add a restaurant to a list just in case a user decides, I don't really want to pick something specific from the restaurant, I just want to order from a restaurant. So in our drop down, there's our two lists that they can be added to, which is restaurant and other. So if you click on either of them, add it to our list, and we go back to our list page, and we take a look in there, there's a restaurant. Yay! And now let's delete a list, just to show that it can be done. And there goes our list. So next, we're going to log into one of our full users and show you the complete functionality with a bigger sample size. So now that we're logged into a more filled out user, we're going to show you the main functionality of our program, which is choosing a random item from a food list so that the user doesn't have to choose for themselves, because who likes making decisions, am I right? So there are 3 different places we can use this functionality. One is right here on this page using the spoon and knife icon, the other one is on the home page, and the third one is on the list page, the food items list page, sorry. All 3 do the same functionality, so we're just going to show it here. Click that icon, Jake. Let's pick a random food item. You know what? I'm not feeling steak right now. Let's choose again. Ooh, fruit platter sounds a little better, but not quite there. Let's try one more time. So, I was going to show this functionality a bit later, but this works. So once you skip on an item 3 times, the program will recognize that you have passed on this quite a few times, and it will ask you if you want to remove that from your list. If you click no, it stays on the page. No, it stays on the list, but it resets the amount of times that you've passed on it, so it won't ask you again until you've passed on it another 3 times. If you click yes, it will remove it from the list. So let's remove this one from our list, and we'll show you in a little bit that it was officially removed. Steak again? Nah, let's try one more time. Damn, a club sandwich does sound really good. Let's choose that, Jake. So once you choose a food item, it'll be like, congratulations, you actually picked something, good for you. And it'll take you back to the list page. If we click on eating out again, we should find that we are missing the fruit platter now. As you can see, there's no fruit platter. Oh boy. Just to show that it is not going to keep reminding you every single time you skip on a food item, let's go back to our homepage and choose one of our lists. I believe it's our recipe list that only has 1 food item. So let's click choose it. Choose again. It'll tell us you passed on item. You gotta wait a second, try again. As you can see, it's asking if we want to remove it from the list. We don't, so we'll say no. It'll choose a new food item for us, but there's only 1 in the list, so it's going to give us cookies again. And if you hit choose again once more, it doesn't give you the same modal because you haven't passed on it a sufficient enough, nope, a large enough amount of times for it to ask you that. So from here, let's move to our food item page to show off our wonderful searching feature that Jake created. So we have a lot of food items here. And once it gets to a certain amount, sometimes you just want the link to that recipe, but you just can't find it. So let's try and find our waffles, Jake. And this shows you all of your food items so that it's easy to find the one you're looking for. And if you click the X, it clears it and you get all your food items back. Oh, you can also search on food type. Sorry, I forgot about that. And for the last thing for the users, we're going to show you our wonderful statistics. So now that we have a more filled out user, we can show you our wonderful statistics. So if you scroll down here, we have our wonderful table of statistics. It will show 5 at a time. As you can see, the user decided to choose to eat in 2 times and chose to eat out 2 times. If we sort it by chosen, you can see recipe was picked twice and restaurant was picked twice. This is the total amount of time skipped and chosen. So any time that it's brought up, if the user passed or chosen, it's shown right there. It's really cool. So that is our user functionality. To close things out, let's take a look at one of our more filled out registered restaurants. So now that we're logged into a more filled out restaurant, we can properly look at our statistics. So if you scroll down, it shows 6 at a time because I changed this one to 6. Don't ask why. We can see that it shows us the item that's on the most lists, so their most popular item, and the item that's on the least amount of lists, which is chicken wings, which is sad, but it's probably because they're so expensive. They are on a total of 7 different lists. They have been chosen 3 times, and they've been passed upon 10 times. This allows our restaurants to know what item on their menu is not doing so hot and what item is doing really well, so that they can make adjustments. Like maybe they shouldn't sell 3 chicken wings for $13 because that's a bit excessive. And they can sort based off of the times that they're skipped and the times that they've been chosen to give them an even better understanding of what's selling and what's not. Yeah, that's pretty much our whole application, huh?
Thanks for watching our video.
Thanks for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give a like and a subscribe to see more awesome content from us.
Hit that bell in the corner.
Oh, hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time we post a new video. In all seriousness, thank you guys for an amazing semester. You guys did amazing. I think this turned out really well.
Thanks, team.
Good work,
Couldn't have done it
guys.
without you guys.
It would have
And
taken
that
a lot
sounded
longer.
sarcastic, but it was very serious.
I believe you, Jake.
Just out of gas, I think.
It's that time. I'm surprised I'm not in bed yet.
It's almost 11 o'clock at night.
Although noticing my chair, I'm getting closer and closer to that position.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say you're starting to slide in that chair.
Yep.
I can see much more of the fireplace behind you.
Yep.
There you
This is actually a really nicely framed photo right now.
go.
It is. It's almost perfect.
Yeah.